of them.
You know, we go to the ends of the earth to save Oliver's life, and they go even further to stop us.
Well, they can quote statistics and likely outcomes all they like, but we're the parents and we've got right on our side.
Yeah, well, you know what? They think they're taking us to court. We're taking them to court. Imran, you're not going to believe this.
Darling, he's not worth a single one of them tears.
But now he knows about the wedding. He knows he's not invited, and I feel mean about the burgers.
Oh, he's just trying to make you feel guilty, love.
I've ruined everything.
What's happened?
Jeff is what's happened.
What was she said?
He heard us talking about tomorrow and he's done a big old guilt trip on her.
What, he knows about the wedding?
See, it's a nightmare. I'm a total idiot.
Oh, don't be daft, you great big blabbermouth.
What if he follows us to the registry office?
Who cares?
Look, dry your eyes and help me choose which earrings I should wear tomorrow. Shall I wear the dangly ones or these little sparkly studs?
Notice how she's asking you and not me.
The hospital are taking them to court.
Oh, can they do that?
Apparently so.
Talk about kicking them when they're down.
They won't even let them be taken to Germany or anywhere else for that matter. What?
If the experts are adamant it isn't right for Oliver, isn't it time that... Who are they keeping him alive for? Oh, come on, Nick. The fact you're not biting my head off says it all, doesn't it?
Okay, so, let's just support them as best we can.
Grace gave you a bad rep.
Grace, man. That woman is a piece of work.
Yeah, but I deserved some of it. I mean, I did a runner when I first found out she was pregnant.
Hey, you stepped up. You don't deserve any of this.
Agreed, we're all victims here.
So, how's Tiana?
Full of beans. She's smiling ear to ear.
Lighting up the national grid.
Big time.
I loved her, you know. But I still do.
We all did. It's like she was one of us.
We know. Me and Lise, we wish things were different.
Maybe when she's a bit more settled, I could spend a bit of time with her.
Yeah, not to confuse her or anything.
No, just maybe a cafe meet-up or something.
That's the reason I came in person. To try and explain. Tiana needs a clean break.
Meaning what exactly?
No further contact. At all.
What, like no birthday presents or letters or anything?
It will just confuse her. I know this is a kick in the teeth.
No contact, nothing.
Tiana has to come first. If you were in my shoes...
Yeah, I thought I was. Yeah, no, I get it. Clean break. Maybe I'd do the same, yeah.
So, do you think the hospital will take it to court as an empty threat?
I always told him to bring it on.
You just missed Imran.
He's been great.
He said that the hospital would tell a judge that they're concerned for Oliver's rights and well-being.
Like, we're not.
He said that they would argue that Oliver wouldn't recover and that his life would be undignified.
Inconvenient, all like.
Well, you know what? Even if that's true, he's our inconvenience, isn't he? He's our flesh and blood. Sorry, I didn't mean that just because you're not... He is so lucky to have two dads.
It's fine.
Just like Sai is.
It's fine. Don't be silly.
Maybe we'll get lucky with the judge.
Well, you certainly due a bit of luck.
Imran has been amazing, though. It's not even his area of expertise, but he's found us this specialist barrister guy,
Elliot Newell.
Yeah. And because we don't qualify for legal aid, Imran's going to act as his assistant for nothing.
Wow.
Well, hats off to him.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's still going to cost thousands, but Imran is doing his bit for free. So.
Yeah. There are some good people in the world. We need to remember that.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't think it's worth one more try with Dr. Howarth and this mediator woman, dear?
Are you insane?
No, she just wants to pull the plug. They all do.
Well, Imran is saying that this Elliot Newell is the business, so we're going to fight him every step of the way, OK?
So, how was it?
It's pretty tough. And that wasn't even the real thing.
Tough's probably good.
Hello? You've changed your tune.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Forgiven. 2 Hail Marys and a Glory Be.
Yeah, that's the other
That's the other
one.
one.
You wind-up virgin. So, when you say tough...
We did role play.
Right. Are you the caller or the helpline guy?
The helpline guy. The caller was a grown man whose mum's boyfriend had... when he was 9. Until he was 14 and big enough to knock him out. I know it's just acting, but it felt... you know?
All too real.
Maybe you were right. Maybe it's too soon. You're not gonna say I told you so.
What do I know? You're following your instincts. That's probably a good thing.
Probably.
Okay. At the risk of sounding gushing, I think you are brave and brilliant. It takes courage to make those calls, and it takes courage to answer them. And in our little corner of the world, you are making a huge difference. You never could take a compliment. Oh. Eileen's home. I've been summoned. Sounds ominous.
Hello?
Is that Tracy?
Yeah, speaking.
It's Roxy Hackland. I've tried your husband, but it keeps going straight to voicemail.
Yeah, I know. Listen, he's got his hands full at the moment, so it's probably best you deal with me.
Oh, no problem. I was just chasing the contracts. We're keen to crack on with the sales, but obviously until we've got your paw prints on the documents, it's...
Look, I don't want to mess you about or anything, but things have changed this end.
How do you mean?
Well, long story short, we've decided not to sell the flat, or the shop, or streetcars for that matter.
What, you're pulling the whole deal?
Yeah, but like I said, things have changed. Sorry about that. Bye.
Listen, I'm sorry if I jumped down your throat before.
It's okay.
Just trust me, try to reason with these people. We've tried. And...
Steve, you have done all you can.
Oh, we're just warming up.
There she is, the Battersby bruiser. Hey, listen, mate. Got this super-duper lawyer on the case now. He's gonna stick it to this lot here. You're gonna get the treatment you deserve. Okay?
I'm not sure we should risk it.
Well, if he tried anything on, he'd only alienate us even more.
He's a man with nothing to lose.
He's proud, Sal. He'll stay clear. He'll act like he's not bothered.
They would be devastated if he spoilt it.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know, we'll have to reschedule. You know, he'll be as mad as hell when he realises we've stood him up.
No way. He doesn't get to dictate our lives.
Well, how are you going to stop him from gate crashing? Lock him in a box?
I just give him a bit of breathing space, and then I'll go and talk to him calmly and politely, father to son. And I'll just tell him that we want to get hitched without a hitch.
Good luck with that.
Ames!
She went for that sleepover at Lucy Reed's.
Well, listen, I don't want to be in the dark about this court case.
No, I agree. If it comes to that.
What do you mean, if it's happening?
Are you all right with egg and chips for your tea? Steve, egg and chips? contracts.
Yes, which I asked you to post yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh, I gathered that. Well, it won't be long.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Before you do that, do you think you could hear me out?
Look, I get it, OK? You're allowed to be forgetful. I'm allowed to be irritable. It's fine.
No, I just think, in hindsight, it's a good job they weren't posted.
Must be such a relief to be home.
Sit down.
She's not in the mood for small talk.
No, she really isn't. Tell me everything that you know about Todd. And don't insult my intelligence. I want chapter and verse.
Chapter and verse, eh? Well, he is a vicar. Sorry, you're scaring me now.
We hired a private investigator.
Eh?
I hired a private investigator.
You did what?
Desperate measures. It was better than doing nothing. Look, it turns out that Lenny, the PI, it turns out he was pretty good.
Lenny the PI? From the Yellow Pages, or was it from a card in the window of the cabin, maybe?
Don't look at me, I was in the dark.
Is there any news about Todd?
It turns out that Todd and his friend Safia, they've ripped off a local gangster.
Oh, no.
Without realising that said victim was part of a gang.
And?
Oh, and nothing. No one's heard a peep out of Todd since.
Why did you not tell me this over the phone?
Well, what could you have done? Except worried yourself stupid.
And you know what Todd's like? He's probably just laying low.
Yeah, riding out the storm.
Well, that gangster's done something to him.
Well, Todd's a survivor, a strategist.
More lives than a cat, that one.
What should we do now?
You're not listening to the experts.
And you're not listening to your husband. Oliver needs that money.
No, what Oliver needs is you and Leanne to be more
Well, go on, spit it out.
realistic.
Well, you know what? It feels pretty real to me. His tiny little body laying in that bed fighting to stay alive.
There's a reason why Dr. Schmitz is not coming over here to assess him.
Yes, Dr. Howarth, we've been over this.
Oh, I know, Steve. She's the enemy, just like Dr. Ward before her.
You know what? The bottom line is all you care about is the bottom line.
Thanks for that. Do you know, even if there was the smallest glimmer of hope...
There's always hope. We need you on side. Me and Oliver.
I am on side, Steve. I don't know how you can even think I'm not.
Because all you seem to care about is that Oliver is a bad investment.
You and Leanne, you're too close to this. You're in the thick of it.
Listen, we have to throw everything at this. Everything, because if we win this case, then Oliver gets the treatment that he needs, that he deserves.
Steve.
Listen. I have to try everything. Because I will not be able to live with myself if I do not try everything.
Oliver could not wish for a better dad. Or a better mum. He has got the best and bravest parents he could ever wish for, and two step-parents that love him very much as well.
Oh, well, OK, then we'll put your money where your mouth is, then, because I tell you what, we are in a better position than most. Most families haven't even got one property to sell.
I'm not selling the shop, Steve. I'm sorry, I'm just not.
We're not going anywhere. Mummy's here. And Daddy Nick. Guess what? It's 6 o'clock, so that means it's bath time.
Water all over the place.
And then it's into your dinosaur pyjamas. For stories and snuggles.
Approximately 5. Did I ever tell you that Mum tried to bribe him with chocolate buttons? Grandma Gale. Grandma Gale.
Good old Grandma Gale.
Can I have that in writing?
You know, she collared me last Christmas. Liz MacDonald might be his blood grandma, but it doesn't mean she loves him any more than I do.
Of course not.
I know the doctors think that I'm selfish and cruel. I can't give up on him.
I never ask you to. Whatever happens, Oliver is our son. Nothing's going to change that.
You know, why don't you go to the hospital now and then pull the plug yourself?
Oh, Steve, I have cut you so much slack because you're sleep deprived and you're out of your mind with grief.
I know you think me and Leanna clutching at straws.
Darling, there are no straws. Every specialist has confirmed that.
And there are dozens more who haven't even had a look in. So, if we win this case, they will be over like a shot.
The hospital have said this loud and clear, Steve. They are never gonna let that happen.
Which is why we have to fight them in court. We have to keep the faith. You have to keep the faith.
This court case that we will lose is gonna rob you of precious time with Oliver. Break your heart, empty your bank account, and Steve, listen to me. Rob Amy of a future.
Oh, yeah, because she's not going to be able to get the latest smartphones, is she? I tell you what, why don't you just get social services on speed dial?
It is more than that. It's her security, her stability.
I can see the pound signs in your eyes.
Oliver's not going to get better. There's going to be no improvement, no miracle.
Well, that's good to know. Thanks. Are you going to be able to do mates rates for the funeral flowers? Because you will be able to clean up.
Make the most of your time with him. But I am not squandering Amy's future on a court case you can't win, shouldn't win.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I got it. Right, listen, I am going to sell streetcars and I'm going to sell the flat, whether you like it or not.
Well, that's fine, Steve, because that's your call. But the shop is my call, and I'm telling you now, I'm not selling it.
This is Sam. Please keep it short and sweet. People to see, places to go. Cheers.
Hey, Sam. It's Nick. Dad. I'm still game on for Saddleworth Moor. I've got a lot to learn about astronomy, but hopefully you're a patient teacher. Okay, over and out.
She's obviously still terrified of him. And prison's the one place he's no chance of getting to her.
I get it, but she's always been such a stickler for justice. It was just awful seeing her so, I don't know, beaten.
I know.
All because of that collection of organs who's just walked in.
Great.
Talking tactics for the trial, eh? Better known as the greatest waste of time ever. Throw away the key. Save the British taxpayer their hard-earned money.
Yeah, that's right. You're right, Jeff. About everything forever. Now, will you please leave us alone, yeah?
With pleasure. Die of boredom sat with you two.
Anything you could die of would be simply splendid.
That's quite witty. For you. Oh, Timothy. Ding-dong, the bells are going to chime, eh?
Yeah, they are.
My invitation seems to have got lost in the post.
I just want to get married in peace and for Sally to enjoy her big day.
And will Abby be there? You know, the ex-junkie who had her kids taken off her.
So please try not to spoil it, eh? Please, for me.
You sound borderline civil.
It's a low-key affair.
Intimate. Family only. Minus yours truly, of course.
I'm asking you nicely.
Yeah. As my son. My son who has turned his back on me. My son who has sided with the screaming banshees who have told lie after lie about me. You're going to regret not wanting me there, son. You're going to regret it big time.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, hey, you'll just get a kick out of it.
Come on, son. Punch the old duffer who worships the ground you walk on. Punch the evil pariah who used to iron your school shirts and sold his dad's watch so you could have a chopper push bike.
You look terrible.
You don't look too hot yourself.
Have you eaten?
Is Tracy looking after you?
Yes, of course she is. Look, Look, why don't you two go and get your heads down? I'll stay with him till the morning.
No, it's too long.
Don't worry. I'll set an alarm for midnight.
You'd be goodbye for Daddy, eh?
See you.
Yeah, see you, buddy. Mate, little bruiser. Where were we? Here we go, right. The monster ate the dinner. Then it watched the television. Then it read one of Bernard's comics. And broke one of his toys. Naughty monster. Go to bed, I've taken up your milk, called Bernard's mother. The monster went upstairs. But I'm a monster, said the monster. Not now, Bernard, said Bernard's mother. This is where you say again.
And if you've been affected by issues raised in tonight's programme, you can visit itv.com/advice for support information.